AI art. Will it replace artists? Nyaru! Hello everyone! This is my first time doing a thought piece like this, so I'm going to apologize in advance that it is kind of messy. But this is a hot topic that is starting to go around the internet today, especially with this certain tweet made by Takanashi Kiara. Let's take a look at it. Notice, as there's a rising popularity of AI-created art, I want to request everyone who makes use of these functions not to post their AI art created art in my art hashtag, as it might be hard to differentiate in certain cases and would only like original created art there. Seeing the AI art is cool and many of them look nice, but I use these fan arts for thumbnails and other stuff sometimes, and I want to be sure that I'm using real art, so please understand. Thanks for always supporting. So, what is Kiara actually talking about? If you haven't noticed, there has been a recent rise in AI-generated art, especially on Twitter. If you're not sure what AI art is, it's basically computer-generated art. Depending on the program, you feed a reference image into the program and it'll spit out an image. That's pretty much the TLDR. Anyways, with any hot topic on Twitter comes some controversies. Many artists and VTubers are starting to speak up about AI art and why it's bad. Some have even outright banned the use of AI art within their communities. For example, artists are not getting credited properly or are afraid people are going to be turning to AI art instead of commissioning a real artist. VTubers, like Kiara, are afraid people will use AI art as a quick way to generate fan art, thus make it hard to differentiate between real and generated art. These arguments against AI art are completely valid in my opinion. I personally also like the love and thought that goes into original art pieces. Thousands of other VTubers would also agree. Artists also deserve to be compensated and credited properly no matter the circumstance. No matter if you're a VTuber, artist, or fan of either or, we can all agree that the human element is what makes art super great. However, I just don't see AI art going anywhere anytime soon. As well, I also see a benefit to AI art, but it also won't go without being abused. I can compare it to NFTs. They're interesting things that can be done with the technology that can benefit people, but it will forever be a majority abused technology that will forever have a bad rep. And that's aside from all the environmental things along with NFTs, but that's not what we're focusing on. Anyways, I personally like AI art in a way, and I don't see it going away anytime soon. It's going to be one of the technologies where we're going to need to be aware of and learn to live with. I don't think outright ban would be beneficial to either parties as well. It'll just end up bringing up more attention and possible use of these AI programs. We've all been on the internet long enough to see the end results of similar situations as well. However, I can see AI art being very beneficial to artists and other jobs. For artists who are looking for a very specific reference, or pose, or angle, anything like that, AI art can generate your perfect reference. In the case of indie game designers with very limited budgets, AI art can help get a character or world design ideas out in an instant, so they have references to send up to their actual art team. At the same time, I think people who abuse it in terms of not sourcing the artist, being honest about the image's true origins, claiming that it's not AI, or trying to convince people to use AI instead of paying a real artist is just freaking horrible. I'll never let that shit slide in my opinion, especially convincing others to use it because it's cheaper than the original artist. Don't do that. Don't be an asshole. At the end of the day, AI-generated art is emerging as another medium technology, and that will have its fair share of people abusing it. I would recommend everyone do their own research about AI art and come up with your own conclusions, or if it's something you want in your communities. I totally get if it's not for everyone, and someone in a VTuber community that you're a part of says they don't want AI art, please do respect it. But if someone is cool with it, just to be sure that they do have guidelines in place for that, and just to overall just be respectful. As well, if you are going to be using AI art, please be honest about the origins and don't be an asshole. It's just plain and simple. For me, I'm thinking about creating an AI art hashtag or Discord channel so I can still give my community the option to post AI art while keeping it separate from my fan art tag. I also still prefer original art by a person, and I'll continue commissioning and scabbing artists directly. I encourage you guys to do the same as well, but I also don't see the point in trying to force it either. And finally, do I think AI is going to be replacing artists? Absolutely not! That is ridiculous that people are thinking that, if anything. I think that's a little bit of mass hysteria just coming from the internet, but for those that don't understand a little bit about AI, basically, you have to give it a prompt in order to, kind of spit out something. And one prompt you cannot give AI is human connection and love and thought that goes into each art piece. You can spit out as many images as you want, try to find like your perfect image, but it will never replace something like that. So artists are still going to be valued not only for that, but also because artists can probably just get it right on the first go versus an AI. So artists, you guys have a lot more power than you think against these AI programs that are creating different art pieces. So please don't be discouraged. Like I said, I'm still going to be commissioning artists at the end of the day because I know my artists that I go to, they know exactly what I'm looking for and what I want. And I know a lot of people feel the same way. So TLDR, I personally don't think AI is going to be replacing artists anytime soon or in the future. So what do you guys think about AI art? Please let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you guys soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this little thought piece that I made, and if you liked it, let me know and I'll be creating more. Thank you guys. Bye bye.